Alright y'all, so of course you know you're always going to wash your face first. I did that off camera, but right now I'm applying my Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream Moisturizer, and when I say this moisturizer is the bomb, it's the bomb. Like at first I was like, what's all the hype about? But if you don't have this in your makeup kit, get it. So next I'm applying my primer, and I'm using the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and I have combination skin, so this is one of the ones that works pretty good for me. Alright, so now I'm applying my Mercier translucent powder on my brows just to kind of cancel out any oily spots that I have before I start filling them in. I realized after the fact that I probably should have cleaned my brows up before, so now I'm about to clean them up. So I'm just brushing them up, and then I'm just going to take my scissors and kind of trim the extra long hairs that are around so that no concealer or anything like that won't get in the way. So right now I'm going to take my Morphe Micro Brow Pencil, and I have it in the color Chocolate Mousse. So as you can see, I kind of started like in the middle, and I'm kind of just outlining my brow, just kind of drawing the shape in first, and then once I create the shape that I want, I'll go in and just fill it in. And as I'm filling it in, I'm just going in really light with the pencil, not too heavy, because unless you like really harsh brows, you can go in super heavy, but typically I don't. And if I do, you know, mess up or make a mistake, I'll just use the spoolie to kind of brush it out, and then go in the front area just to kind of create that shape a little bit more there, and I use the spoolie to brush it out and just keep filling in where I see gaps. And so moving on to the next brow, just gonna kind of, you know, do that same concept. Start from the middle, work my way out to create that shape, and I'm just drawing in my tail. And I noticed, like, I have brows, y'all, I just don't got no tail, because when I did have brows, I messed them up, and basically they just never grew back the same. And so yeah, that's why I don't have no tail, but it's okay. That's why they invented makeup. I messed up right here, so I literally just gonna wipe it off, and I'm gonna fill it back in. I just gotta make sure that that area is dry, so I'm gonna take my Mercier powder again and just dab it, make sure it's dry before I fill it in again. So next I'm going in with my MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus spray. This just helps create a better finish, and you can apply this before and after application. So I'm just gonna let that sit on my face and dry while I go in and do my eyebrows. So right now I'm going in with my e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, and this is the satin finish in the tan neutral color. And so I just take my angle brush and I just start shaping my brow from the top to the end. And also remember, like, when you shape your brows, like with your pencil, and if you mess up, you don't have to start over like I did. You can always clean it up with the concealer, because the concealer is when you're like really shaping the brow. Like, this is where you clean up, this is where you fix mistakes, all of that. So now I'm just gonna blend all that concealer out. Want to make sure that it's leveled all the way across, so that way when you get ready to apply your eyeshadow, there's no clumps, there's no gaps or nothing. So you want to make sure you even this out and blend this as much as possible. Alright, so now I'm going in with my angle brush with the tan latte and the e.l.f. concealer right there in the arch area to the end of my tail, just to kind of give a more highlighted look. I don't know if you can really tell on camera that it's lighter, but it definitely is when I applied it, but you'll be able to tell the difference at the end once I blend everything out and you see it. Now I'm taking some of that setting powder and just pressing it in my eyelids and just setting it in, and it's definitely going to help the eyeshadow lay a lot better on my eyes. So right now I'm going in and packing in my Juvia's Place Tan Bronze palette in the darker shade. I'm just blending that in the crease area and also up where the eyebrow starts. So right now I'm going in with my new Persuasion eyeshadow palette, and this color is called Mahogany. It's like a burnt orange. I decided to add a little color. I was going to do just like a nude natural eye, but I wanted to add a little color, so I'm just blending this color in the crease into transition color. So right now I'm going in with the color Mocha from the same palette, and I'm just gonna pack that in on my eyelid. Alright, so now I'm going in with my foundation. Today I decided to use two foundations, so I used the Juvia's Place foundation in the shade Ethiopia, and it's number 400, and I mixed it with the Maybelline FitMe matte foundation in the shade Classic Tan, number 335. So now I'm just taking my brush and just blending that on in. As you can see, I'm kind of dabbing it in. I'm not swatching it or smearing it in. You just kind of want to press that foundation in. I prefer to use a brush over a sponge, only because I feel like with sponges it tends to soak up a lot of the product. But that's just my opinion. You can use whatever you're comfortable with. And as you can see, I'm not applying the foundation directly under my eye. So if you're like me and you're trying to avoid the cakiness under the eye, don't apply the foundation directly under your eye. We're going to leave that space open so we can apply our concealer there, and it can be as smooth as ever. now I'm going to carve these brows out with the foundation that I just applied to my face, and then we're just going to blend it out with the brush. So right now I'm going in with the Tan Neutral Concealer by e.l.f. and I'm just applying that under my eye. So I'm going to just do a smooth flat layer of the concealer. Make sure it's an even layer going across under your eye as well. Yes, I'm bronzing and fanning my face at the same time. I have the fan here because I want my concealer to be a little tacky so that when I go and blend it out, it's not too much of a thin layer. So right now I'm taking the bronzer by Juvia's Place in the tan color and just going up my cheekbone and that line all the way up to my earlobe, around my hairline, just to kind of bronze that area. So now I'm going back in with that same bronzer palette by Juvia's Place, and I'm just contouring my nose, and I'm going to bring it all the way up into the inner corner of my eyebrow. Now I'm going in with my Tarte concealer in the color Medium Tan Neutral. So I'm just putting it in the corner of my eye just because I want like a brighter look under my eyes. I'm just going to let that sit and then blend it out. Now I'm going to just take my foundation brush and just blend out the ends. Just make sure it's a very smooth transition and no harsh lines between the concealer and the bronzer. So right now I'm going in with my translucent powder for Laura Mercier, and I'm just pressing that in under my eye. This time I'm going in with my Juvia's Place bronzer palette, that same palette that I used earlier. This time I'm just going in with the lighter shade in the higher part of my cheek just to warm that up. Now I'm going in under my waterline with the chocolate color with the Nude Persuasion palette that I used earlier. So now I'm going in with my NARS Afterglow cheek palette, and I'm mixing the Liberté and the Devotion colors together just to kind of give me that rosy cheek look. Now I'm going in with my MAC highlight in the Global Glow color. It's going to highlight my cheeks and my nose. Now I'm just adding my liner in, and I'm using the Morphe Gel Black Liner. Adding liner is like one of my favorite things. I feel like it just brings your eyes out. But if you're not a liner person, that's totally fine. But definitely add that liner in there, girl. So now I'm getting ready to apply my lashes, and I'm using the Duo brush on adhesive, and this is in the clear color. This I feel like is one of the best lash glues, y'all. Like, it holds for a really long time, and then it also dries clear, so get you some. These lashes are from Amazon. They're like a wispy look. I don't know the exact name, but I'll put the link down below for y'all. So now I'm applying my L'Oreal Lash Paradise Mascara to my bottom lashes, and this also kind of helps just brings your eyes out as well. So I'm getting ready to try this technique that I've seen, I believe on TikTok or Instagram somewhere, where I just kind of put the mascara on the tweezers and kind of just pinch my lashes together at the bottom, kind of give it like a spike, more full look. It kind of looks like almost you have like individuals on at the bottom on your bottom lashes. It's kind of cute. Here I'm just going in with my MAC Chestnut lip liner, and I'm just gonna blend that out. Then I'm going to go in with my Sephora Cream Lip Stain in the number 32. I'm not sure the name of the color, but if I find it, I'll put it in. So now I'm going to go in with my Milani Make It Last setting spray, and this is the 16-hour setting spray. I'm going to spray this on my face first to make sure you get a even amount around your whole entire face, and I'm just going to dry it. So I realized after the fact that I sprayed the second setting spray that I normally spray on my face, I sprayed it off camera, but it was the Milani Make It Last, the matte finish. So whenever I use the Milani, I always spray the original first and I let it dry, and then I spray the matte setting spray last so I can have that matte finish. Alright y'all, so that concludes today's video. Thank you all so much for tuning in and staying to the end of this tutorial. If you guys liked it, please comment and let me know what you would like to see moving forward. Share it, and see you all next time.